What's up, everybody? This is FPSticks bringing you another Ferocious Cup video against my ultra friend Road Warrior 24. Met this guy through the Go Stadium Discord. Going to be bringing you 4 matches, I believe, in this video. You can see my team on the left there. I swapped out Lanoon for Shelgon now as kind of my anti-water user and been liking it so far. Kind of a laggy start here, but I start Umbreon against Alolan Ninetales, which is a horrible matchup for me. Get out of there super fast. Skuntank, again, is a really nice, safe switch in this cup. So I switch to it nice and fast, and I'm able to get a slight energy advantage, which puts me in a much better position against this Vaporeon. These Aqua Tails are definitely going to add up, but trying to preserve my shields here. I'm able to get to this crunch. This will not knock out the Vaporeon, but it will do a lot of damage if not shielded. He lets it go through. Trying to fast move farm the Vaporeon, and I'm able to get it with like 1 HP remaining. This is a rank 1 PvP IV Skuntank, so I definitely think that's a scenario where having good PvP IVs definitely help me out there. Going to be bringing in my Vaporeon. Do not want my Umbreon against this Alolan Ninetales. I'm able to get to the Aqua Tail, but he brings in his Bibarel. So I save my energy and instead switch into Umbreon. This is a much better matchup for me. Get into these foul plays. Bibarel's Hyper Fang damage is pretty significant. I've been kind of debating between running Vaporeon or Bibarel, but I ended up going with Vaporeon. I like the spamminess of Aqua Tail, and there have definitely been some situations, those last-minute situations where I have just enough energy to get to an Aqua Tail, and it has won me matches before. So I've been sticking with Vaporeon for now. Able to take out the Bibarel with my Umbreon. That Alolan Ninetales comes back in, but I made sure to store enough energy. I'm able to throw this last resort. And then I just switched straight away to Vaporeon, which I had an Aqua Tail banked, putting a lot of pressure on this Ninetales. Burns the last shield right there. And at this point, it is GG's. I'm able to shield this, and I can just fast move this Alolan Ninetales down with water guns. Road Warrior 24's team is pretty interesting. He's not running with any dark type. There's no Umbreon, there's no Alolan Raticate, there's no Skuntank. And so looking at his team, the value of my Alolan Ninetales is decreased a lot. He does have that Shelgon, but other than that, I don't see a real need to be bringing in Alolan Ninetales. So you can see I go straight into this match again with the same line of 3. It worked for me last game, so I like to rinse and repeat and really test out lines of 3 to see all the different matchups that it can handle. He's also running with double water strat in his line of 6 there. This is something that I've been struggling with, and so I think just by having Shelgon on my team, it's another Pokemon that the water types cannot totally wall, so it provides a little bit of bench pressure there. But I do not enjoy running electric types in this cup. I do not like Pokemon that get hard walled by certain things, and when you run into a ground type with an electric type, it just feels super bad. I just watched PokeAK's latest video tonight, and he was having a decent amount of success with Alolan Raichu running Psychic, because you can actually one-shot the Nidos, which is pretty great. He lands the Hydro Pump there, which is absolutely insane. Sometimes I just play way too risky with my shields, and I hate getting shield baited. So instead of using a shield there, I just took a Hydro Pump to the face. But Umbreon still wins that matchup in the 0 shield scenario. He's able to bring that Alolan Ninetales in and farm up a little bit of energy. Takes my Umbreon out. At this point, I bring in my Skuntank. This is a positive matchup for me, but those charms still do a lot of damage to my Skuntank. I always just go straight up crunch against Alolan Ninetales. Most people that run Alolan Ninetales are going to commit at least one shield to it. That Psyshock would have done a small amount of damage, but I want to try to win this matchup here, or at least burn both shields. He ends up letting it go. You can see that crunch damage, even though it was resisted, still took it out. And at that point, I just hard swap into my Vaporeon. Didn't really matter what he had in the back. I wanted to make sure that my Vaporeon had an even matchup to it. And since he doesn't have a Lanoon or an electric type on his team, I felt pretty comfortable just making that immediate switch. I know these Ice Punches aren't going to do that much damage, but as you can see, he baited me with an Ice Punch, and then here's the heavy-hitting Bulldoze. Still doesn't do that much damage. It's not a very good move, and it doesn't get stab damage from Alolan Sandslash, so I felt comfortable in that scenario. I take the second game there, which is great. I have not brought in Nidoqueen yet, because anytime I see someone running a double water strat, I kind of shy away from bringing in Nidoqueen. However, this time I wanted to risk it and see what happens. I like this line of 3, but I very rarely lead Nidoqueen, so kind of just testing it out and seeing how this is going to go. Bringing in Nidoqueen, Skuntank, and Umbreon. This is a great matchup for me, so I know he's going to switch out, and I'm a little slow into the switch there. His Bibarel is able to get an energy advantage on my Skuntank. But even then, Skuntank as a switch, I still really like using. I cannot survive another Surf, so looking back, that might have been a mistake to let that Surf go through, because I believe he's able to just fast move me down now. Yeah, and he shielded that. He wanted to regain switch advantage, and he ends up farming me down. So definitely a big mistake on my part. He's got energy now. I definitely cannot bring in my Nidoqueen, so Umbreon's going to come out. Umbreon's super tanky. Don't need to worry about shielding these first couple fast moves. These foul plays are going to be able to take it out. I should have just thrown the foul play right there, but he had built up so much energy. He's able to get to a Hyper Fang. Holy crap. Definitely more energy than I thought he had there. So I need to get rid of this Bibarel. It did significant work to my Umbreon. I knew that Alolan Ninetales was going to come out again, so I switched into my Nidoqueen, but there it is, the feared double water strat. The game that I bring in Nidoqueen, he runs double water, and so this is very bad for me. The Earth Power would have done a good amount of damage. I still have 2 shields here, so definitely have to throw in here. I'm going to try to get to an Earth Power before he can feint me down with the water guns, and I'm able to do it. I don't think I would have been able to hit the Earthquake there. But even this Earth Power is not enough to take out this Vaporeon. I still have Umbreon in the back, but it does not have that much health, and I know that he still has his Alolan Ninetales, and even if I'm able to get to like 2 last resorts, it's just not looking good. Try to just feint that down with fast moves, get as much energy as possible, but this Alolan Ninetales has too much health, and it is going to end up taking me out within this game. So he takes that 3rd game there. GG's to him. So that's a pretty risky strategy for me to bring in that Nidoqueen when he has double water, but I like to see how it stacks up and see if I'm able to come out of a tricky situation. Didn't work out that time, but that's what these practice matches are for. So I go back to a trusty lineup with my Umbreon lead. In this cup, I actually enjoy being in the situation where I lead Umbreon and they lead their Charm user. It allows me to hard switch into my Skuntank and get 2 to 3 poison jabs off before they're able to make a switch. And at that point, Skuntank with an energy advantage can do a lot of work to the majority of the meta within this cup. So yeah, this is a scenario right here. Horrible lead, but I love that I can just make a hard switch into Skuntank. And at this point, look, I was able to get off a couple fast moves, bringing in this Vaporeon. He's going to have to commit some shields. Kind of over farm there a little bit because he's able to get his Aqua Tail off. But I do commit a shield there because I know I'm going to be able to get to 2 crunches before he takes me out. I draw a shield there as well, which is great. I have so much energy, I'm able to get to this second crunch, which again is going to do a significant amount of damage to this Vaporeon. I get both shields there, which is amazing for me. And if he would have tried to fast move me down, I would have been able to get to another crunch there. So I'm actually committing both shields as well, trying to win this switch advantage back. I'm able to get to a 3rd crunch. Absolutely insane. All because I hard switched into him right off the bat. I thought it was interesting that he brought the Alolan Ninetales back out because those poison jabs did some good damage to it. Obviously going to be bringing in Vaporeon here because Umbreon against Alolan Ninetales, absolutely horrible. This Psyshock is going to do a decent amount of damage, but Vaporeon can handle it. This Aqua Tail should take out Alolan Ninetales, or be very close. Yep, takes it out, which is great. And in the back is a Shelgon. So here we get to see the closing scenario, the 0 shields matchup of Umbreon against Shelgon. At this point, I know none of his moves are going to one-shot me, so I'm building up enough energy to try to get back-to-back foul plays here. Trying to get the self-piggyback. Very difficult to do since Niantic updated the piggybacking mechanic. Looks like I was able to get it there. I didn't see any Dragon Breaths go through, and then at that point, I just fainted down with the Snarl. So, great matches against Road Warrior. Good games. I have been rolling with this line of 6. I just finished a tournament today. I'll be making that video soon. But if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be bringing some tournament videos here very soon. Thank you all for watching.